This is WFO Radio.
Hey, everybody, WFO Radio. We are back. We are now back. Little WFO action on a Thursday. And got some information for you all, those of you who are checking out. We were planning on having Alexis DeJoria come on at this moment, but I found out just a couple of minutes ago that we're going to have to reschedule it. 4 o'clock Eastern time, no big deal, right? 4 o'clock Eastern time. And, we try to be as, accommodating to the racers, because if we're not, then they don't come on. It's real easy. And so 4 o'clock is the new time for Alexis. But since I found out like a couple minutes ago, we got to go on. I got to explain. I got to tell everybody what's what. So we got a little open and free time here on WFO Radio. So let's talk a little drag racing, right? Like free form drag racing talk. Now, I got a couple of things to bring to the table. I do. Like there's always a backup plan in case somebody ghosts us. And that's not what's happening here, by the way. 4 o'clock. We're going to have Alexis, I have been assured. And even if it doesn't work out, like that's always a story too. That's always a story. What's going to happen with WFO? You got to log on. You got to tune in. You got to watch. Maybe this whole place will burn down. We just don't know, but I got great sponsors just in case it does, like Marvin Rodak and Rodak'sCoffeeandGrills.com, the hot sauces and spice rubs. You know what? A lot of people have been reaching out to me. They've been telling me they've been interacting with Marvin, and that's exactly the plan. Small business operator. And now he's like big in the world of drag racing. 817-924-6821. And Total Seal Piston Rings, the leader in ring seal technology. One of our listeners posted a photograph of his brand new Total Seal piston rings that he purchased just the other day, and they arrived. And that warmed my heart. Amazing stuff. TotalSeal.com. New episodes of Hidden Horsepower dropping all the time. Samtech.edu, the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. We always say start your education at full speed. And then Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School, the Dragster Adventure. FrankHawley.com. And you're not locked into that. Why don't you go get your top alcohol dragster license? Why don't you get your top alcohol funny car license? Let's go. Let's get big into this. All right. So here's the backup plan. And if you're out there on social, feel free to direct the show whichever direction you want it to go. You got me. I'm in a cool spot. But I got a couple of things. Number one, the Rookie of the Year competition that we talked about yesterday, that a premonition that I had that coming soon would be the Rookie of the Year candidates will be coming out. And it is my opinion that there are 2 Rookie of the Year candidates that are the ones who will battle it out. And I am not some Swami. I'm not Karnak the Magnificent. I think it is Dallas Glenn and Josh Hart. That's the debate. That's the discussion. That's what people need to be thinking about. Which of these two-time winners? Hart has done it in fewer races. Dallas has done it in more races, but has run a whole season in a category that is cutthroat and difficult and challenging. More challenging than Top Fuel. Some would say that, right? And so this is what we all need to be thinking about in addition to the countdown to the championship. And also, I'm going to put it up in the comment section right now. I'm going to get to your comments, going to put it in the comment section. It is time to announce the new WFO Radio Store option. All other options are still up there, but we've got the new WFO Radio Store option. It is going up in the chat section, in the comment section on YouTube, and on the F book, and on the Twitch, and all of those things. I'm putting the link up because Monica asked me in an email earlier today, a Patreon only. Monica's like, are you going to have WFO sweatshirts? Like, it's getting cold up here, and I would really like a WFO sweatshirt. And how about a coffee mug? Is there a way we could have a coffee mug that we could, and all this stuff is on there. And starting today for 2 days, it's 35% off. So if you want to make your own WFO gear, and it's shipped out, and those of you in other parts of the world, this is probably going to be your best option. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to stop doing other things, but what it does mean is this is the kind of deal where it's accessible and it's easy and I don't have to ship anything. It's between them and you. And when you don't like it, oh man, I need a 10X. Joe, do you have 10X? I know the 9X, it was just a little tight. How about 10X? Do you have that? Yeah, they got whatever they got. And that's it. Look at this, building efficiencies into the world of WFO radio. And I love it. Now, Alexis, those of you logging on right now to see Alexis DeJoria, Alexis has confirmed that she will be joining us 4 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Central. Look at that guy up there with Alexis. Look at, we're both just kind of standing there. 4 o'clock Eastern time. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna push it back. We're gonna try again because that's what we do. We try again, but I'm not gonna, I'm not going to cut off the audience. No, we're going to see what they have to say. So let's go, guys. Freeform conversation. WFO Joe, you got me. What do you got? Jim says, morning, kids. It's just me. WFO Patreon Derek checking in. Excellent. Troy's a Patreon as well. The Patreon's representing in great form. They got the WFO store first. Now they can make their own stuff. Happy Thursday, Joe. Happy Thursday to you, Monica. Call Gio, Bobby, Marvin, and see if they answer. They would be WFO Live. Nah, this is the NHRA show. You know, I can't control what those guys say. On Ignition, it gets out of hand from time to time, and that's why people like it. Liked and shared. Big mistake, Monday Morning Racer. Big mistake. You shouldn't have shared it. You should have waited for Alexis. And again, I probably didn't tell you by the time you shared it. All the way with Joe and WFO. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. It's so nice. Everybody just checking in. Afternoon, Joe, Concord, North Carolina. AJ will be happy he can watch at 4 p.m. after school. And that's really the reason we did it, is because AJ is out there. He never gets to see the show. And so, you know, we got together with Alexis and we said, can you push it back for AJ? And she's like, yeah, sure. He's a good kid. Does his homework and stuff. They were both awesome. Hard to pick. Yeah, it really is. It really is. And how about Steve Brenwald putting together this fight poster? I was like, make a fight poster. And he did it from Brenwald Media. Doing a great job. Two good guys, definitely. And yes, the WFO radio store is open. They got sweatshirts and tees and mugs and all that stuff that everybody wants. Oh, yay, shopping. Exactly. And today, it's 35% off. You can get one of the logo t-shirts, I think, for $13. Say what? Who can you call on the spot? And they answer, Papa Joe. Who else? Call him. No, that's not what doing a talk show for 25 years is all about. What it's about is I don't need to have anybody else on this show to kill an hour or 4. We can just go and go and go from topic to topic to topic. We can cover it all. It's nice to have another voice on there. But the late, great Neil Rogers, when I was working with him, Talk Radio Hall of Famer, and one of the, heavy 100 year after year after year, never had a co-host. Never had a co-host. Well, maybe way back in the day. Shake it up, Joe. What's up? I wish I knew who that was. Morning, Joe, says Sammy. What's up, Sammy? Like Sammy Eubanks. There's a guy. I might send a link, and Sammy could come on and perform some of his great hits. You know, I was thinking, like, we could have a concert with Sammy on the show, man. Like, wouldn't that be great? Jamming out. Sammy Eubanks, the voice. He's got fans in addition to NHRA people, which is amazing. Craig says, hey, Joe, put the tree on the WFO store, says Jim Norris. Everybody wants to buy my tree from Miami Hollywood Speedway. Not happening, guys. This is a one-of-a-kind collectible. It is the actual starting line Christmas tree for Miami Hollywood Speedway, a legendary track that is now gone. It's a mall. What would that be worth? Like, really? Like, what's the number to a real drag racing collector, the actual tree? And oh, by the way, it works. You know, what would be the number on the WFO store? Like, I can't even begin to guess a 1 of a 9. Like, imagine, okay, I'm not saying it's exactly the same as Orange County or something, but if somebody had the tree, the actual tree from Orange County International Raceway, and they were going to sell it to someone, like, that would be priceless. It would be a $20,000 to $30,000 to $50,000 collectible. Are you willing to pay those numbers? I might just sell it. Say what? All right, let's see. What else? Do you collect NHRA memorabilia? If so, what is your favorite item you have? Well, the tree. I don't really collect. I'm not really a collector. I have some cool stuff, though. I got willed a couple of things that I think are pretty cool. That, it's more important when someone who is a listener named John Baker actually listened to me on the Neil Rogers show when I was in Miami, and was also a drag racing fan. So he liked the guy that I was just telling you about, talk radio wise, and heard me as a, board operator, producer, side personality on that show, and has worked in the whole, audio reclamation project, etc. But also was an NHRA drag racing fan, which I didn't know until many years later. And I ran into him at Gainesville. So when he passed, I got a whole bunch of his collectibles left to me. And we weren't even like great friends, but he knew me from the show and he knew me from here. And so I'll give you a quick tour of those. And I got more, but I'll give you a quick tour since you're asking. Like, one, this Professional Racers Organization presents the National Challenge 1977, the greatest spectacle in drag racing, Union Grove, Wisconsin. This was a poster that he had, and it's got like Garlett's phone number on it and Bob Metzler. It's like it's such a cool era piece, right? That was in his collection and I framed it. But is it real? Is it a reproduction that Big Daddy was selling at his museum? Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I got it. And what else was cool? I keep a couple stuff in here, since you're asking. This Garlet's toy of Swamp Rat 30, right? That I don't know where you buy it. It's Mopar, Direct Connect, Big Daddy Don Garlet's. You pull the string. That's right, kids. This is how it used to be before electronics. This used to entertain people, believe it or not. You pull it and there it goes. So there's another one. And there's one over there that I just don't feel like going to get, but it is a Gainesville point of purchase. Listen to some radio station, the Gator Nationals, like the 1990s, had the Ace is going to be on, that kind of deal. I've got some stuff. I got a John Force coffee maker over there, which I've never made coffee with. I've got a fair amount. This, my original racing helmet. This is the first helmet. My dad and I bought this. Dad bought it at Hot Rod Sunday in like 1980 something at Miami Hollywood. And then our car painter painted it. Like, I raced. This is what I wore. I know. It's like, what was I doing? I was like, Evel Knievel, man. But that's candy red, baby. Hopefully I have a new one coming at some point. That's what I've been told. But I keep some stuff. Around. I love drag racing. How do you not keep some stuff around? I got a Tommy Johnson Jr. piston around here. I got a bunch. It's just all sitting around. So you got to go digging around. And I could make more. I have a lot of room like that. The Tom Pat's Cold Art Fantasy Trophy that someone's name is going to go on those people who listen to the Ignition Show. That is, it should be incredibly valuable. Tom Pat's, my goodness. Before he was famous. Some of us recognize talent. So there you go. Good question, Mitchell. Top of the morning to you, brother. Joey Rocket. There he is, Joey Rocket. Those of you logging on to see Alexis DeJoria will have to tune back in at 4 p.m. Eastern time when she will be joining us, as I am told. Let us see. And she just confirmed 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern will work. That's all right. Craig. Hey there, Tom's River, just back from Thunder Valley. Oh, Tom's River, New Jersey. I'm a Little League Baseball World Series championship teams. Yeah, Thunder Valley was pretty great. How about an announcer of the year? Yeah, I don't think so. Hi, Joe. Do you gamble at all on your vacation to Vegas? Yeah. Depends on how I feel. If I feel it, because I'm a big energy guy, as you guys probably know from watching this show. I believe in the nurturing and direction of positive energy. When someone gets all negative, you can feel it. It's like the kind of thing where a negative person can make everybody around them negative, right? They come in talking negative, feeling negative, being negative. And what happens? You just pass on that negative energy. And sometimes people do it on purpose just to relieve themselves. But then the person that they put it on, that person kind of carries around the negative energy. So energy, positive and negative, is a thing, I think. And it works in racing and it works in everywhere. Well, it also works in gambling. So if I'm feeling it or maybe feeling it, then yeah, I'll go sit down at a table. Me and Jason Logan, we had a great run in 2019. Was it the spring race? I don't know, but we sat down at a table and we were both killing it. I was killing it a whole lot more than he was killing it. But then again, killing it is by person definition. Like, what is killing it to you? That depends. Like, I wasn't in the high roller room like these guys are. These high roller guys. You're going out there with the NHRA drag racers, man. They're all in the high roller room and I'm in the low roller room, but it's okay. Sammy says, dig. I think that means he's up to do a live concert on WFO radio whenever I ask. Thank you, Sammy. Good deal. Just giving you a hard time. NHRA WFO freestyle. That's exactly what it is. Freestyle. Weekends are made for fun. Look out, weekend. Here I come. Yeah, I got the 30-year reunion tomorrow night. 30-year high school reunion. Got a haircut, right? Cut those gray hairs off. We need a WFO tree. Everybody wants a WFO tree. Let's talk to Porta Tree and make a collectible WFO tree that 2 people will buy. Hi, Joe Costello. Hello, person that I don't know who you are. If you're watching in the WFO group, I recommend just moving over to YouTube. Everyone should just move to YouTube because then I can see who everyone is. And the group is growing like gangbusters. And I don't know who these people are. They're all international, from the Philippines. They're not friends with any drag racers. They're not in any groups. And so I'm not letting them in. I just feel like most of those things are bots or fake people. Whenever like a very attractive person is like, lady is on there and she wants to be my friend and has no friends that I know, I don't know. I get a little suspicious. Priceless. $1 million. We're talking about the tree now. Absolutely. It is priceless. It is priceless and it works. And I restored it myself. So I don't know. I'm attached to it. You have to wait till I die and then enter the lottery. California Hot Rod reunion this weekend. Haven't been to any of that stuff. The nostalgia scene in South Florida is not great, as you can imagine. We had Daryl Gwynn and a couple of others, but the nostalgia scene is not really the best. And so one of these days I'll get out there, but I talked to Caps and I said, serious, man. Seriously. California Hot Rod reunion or the Bakersfield March meet? Which should I go to? And I asked Mike English too. And I asked Jason Galvin as well, who is a part of that whole deal. And they were pretty much in unison saying that the March meet is the one I got to go to. So if I'm going to go west, like I'm going west in a couple weeks, I can't be out there this week. Woohoo. I'll do a concert anytime. Who's opening for whom? Joey Rocket opening for Sammy Eubanks or vice versa? You guys are going to have to fight it out. We're putting together an idea here live on the air. I love it. That's what WFO is all about. Maddie's out there. What's up, Maddie? Yeah, feel free to direct the show in any direction you guys want. I'm going to stay on for 15 more minutes because I told everybody I would be on. And so why not? Don't forget our sponsors, guys. Don't forget our sponsors. They make it possible for me to do this. I'm not independently wealthy, as you could probably tell. I'm trying to work you guys for the tree. It's nice when someone thinks that you are special to will you something. Yeah, it was very surprising. I got a call and it's like, John left some of his stuff to you. And I went over there and was blown away. It was a very kind of odd thing, but that's probably what I'm going to have to do since I don't have any kids. Just randomly leave my stuff to people. Travis Shoemake out there. If you could license at any track, where would you make your final pass? Good question, Travis. First of all, I was going to talk to Alexis about you, and now you're on there, right? Her social media has got some great videos of she watching your licensing runs. Like the first run apparently went very well. Well, I would do it at Vegas because that's next. I would want to get my license as rapidly as is possible. That would be the answer because we just don't know what's going to happen in the world, right? Is the giant meteor going to come? And if the giant meteor comes, Travis, don't you want to get offed being a licensed funny car driver? I think so. So I think the answer to that question is Vegas on Monday. If you want my deal, that's my opinion. Waiting for somewhere, the final, as soon as is possible. What is the first available option? That's my answer to your question. I would want to be, if I was you, Travis, I would want to be a licensed driver as rapidly as is possible so that you can start making your case for some big time sponsorship. And by the way, if you guys aren't following Travis on his social media, you really need to, because this dude has got it going on. Speaking of positive energy, AJ loves that poster. It's a great poster. Is it real? That's what I like to think, that it's real and he collected it. Is that true? I don't know. John Forrest has the OCIR freeway off ramp sign. I know. And what you guys didn't see, Richard Shute, who is a Texas Motorplex legend, and he was inducted before the race out there at the Stampede of Speed. You might have seen that on NHRA.tv, who is a great guy, and I've been pressuring him to come on WFO with some of his classic photographs. A long time ago, he gave us a promo code so that all you WFO listeners could go on to Auto Imagery and purchase all these classic, amazing photographs at discount, right? He did that for us, but we were audio only then. And I really want to use this live streaming component for, interesting and good things. So I've invited Richard to come on with 10 of his favorite photos, and we're going to put them up and we're going to discuss them, and maybe you can buy them. It'd be a really cool idea that I'm working on. Nobody steal it. And if they do, you know where it came from. But this guy has got an original Orange County jacket. He's walking around in his puffy jacket. And we both we're looking at the jacket. It's the jacket. Hey, the one I took off Rocco DeMeo. Anybody get that one? Anyway, it was probably made within 50 miles of the track. Some American and some, making the jacket. And we just kind of thought about it and how different things are these days. But yes, Drag Race Collectibles. I also have a CompuLink sign, and I've got a piece of concrete from Miami Hollywood. Project WFO, Joe Goes Racing update. Joe Goes Racing. I've reached out to some of the potential players what to do about my engine scenario. My local Pontiac engine guru has asked me to bring it to him. I am first going to try to map out the whole process, right? Like, what is the whole process for Joe Goes Racing? For those that are new listeners, first-time listeners, hopefully logging on to see Alexis DeJoria, she will be on with us at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Last second deal, derailed her right before the show. Like, I'm ready to click live, and it didn't happen. So instead of bailing on the show, I'm coming on and just hanging out with the listeners a little bit. I think this is good stuff. But here's my car and my friends as we pulled the engine out a couple of weeks ago. And it's now sitting on the floor in my dad's garage. I was thinking about going over there today. In fact, I was going to go over there at 4 o'clock Eastern time and move some things around. But this is what happens on WFO. Got rescheduled. So I won't be doing that today. I'll be back on the air at 4 o'clock Eastern time. But the gears are turning. Everybody is very busy at the end of the season, as you can imagine. So we'll just, we'll have to wait and see. But the plan is, like, the long-term plan is to have the engine done and have it be the last engine I put in this car for a while and go out and run NHRA Super Street or bracket racing as best as I can and make a deal about it and bring on some marketing partners and go out there and be the one to answer questions of others on the microphone and call out some dudes and cause havoc. Havoc. That's the plan. Cause havoc. I think people will enjoy it, honestly. Or not. Oh, man. Way back. Nice helmet. Yeah. Was it? Is it? I got a bunch of them up here because I get to use them like once or twice before they're outdated with as infrequently as I race. I've got quite the collection growing. Can you tell us how the Facebook algorithm holds the show back? Okay, I'll give you my best bet from what I understand. First of all, we only have, like, let's call it 9,000 likes on our page. And so, like, when you only have 9,000 likes, they're only going to show the show to X% of those likes at any given time and see how the people are reacting to that. And if people are all sharing, then they kind of open it up. They kind of open it up a little bit. This is how it has been explained to me. And so that's why, like, having this massive fan base is actually beneficial to you, because that initial pop that they give you to see how people are reacting is big. But we have never purchased a like, never one. I always knew that that was probably not a good thing. And a lot of people purchase likes, especially early on, and kind of doctored their social media feeds as documented in the HBO documentary called Fake Famous. You can go on there and see it. And plus all the different stuff you've been seeing with Facebook executives and whistleblowers confirming it. They show stuff based on an algorithm. And the algorithm is wired into reaction. And so when we come on the air, 5 or 10 people share the show, it goes to a certain amount. If 20 or 30 people share the show, it goes to another amount. Thank you, Monday Morning Racer, for sharing. But you can see it. We get to X amount. With Reinhard, it's 100, it's 90 live. And that's it. Pushing out social media. We're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, and then most of the views come after the fact. But, like, how does it work? I don't know. Does anybody ever really talk about this? No, I am. Everyone's social media, is it accurate? No, it's not. I'm quite certain. The only metric that matters to me is when I go down to the racetrack and 30 people scream WFO at me, I know people are watching the show. Okay? When people tell me, when I get emails in my email box, that's how I know people are watching the show. What Facebook tells me, all that stuff, frankly, I'm sorry. I don't believe it. You beat me to the trophy. Yeah, of course, because that's a Tom Pat's Cold Art trophy. WFO years ago. And it's made of, you can't see my mouse there, but it's made of parts from Don Schumacher Racing, Hendrick Motorsports, and Penske. Those are the parts that he was getting when he made that trophy for our fantasy league. Tom is the best. An amazing talent, honestly. Like, I've interacted. We're not great friends or anything, but I know great talent when I see it. And now he has been sourced to do NHRA championship trophies and all of that. And I met him, I guess, the first time in 2010 or something. up there at a DSR open house, and he knew me a little from WFO, and super talent. That's all I can say. Super talent. Cody says, howdy, Joe. Love WFO Radio. Thank you, Cody. Thank you very much. How did you get into announcing? Ooh, personal questions. How did I get into announcing? I was a 16, 17-year-old track rat going to Miami Hollywood Speedway Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And my parents are like, you should try to get a job there. You do morning announcements at school. Like, try to work your way in there. So I went up to the tower. Turns out the announcer had, I was looking for a water box job. Honestly, I didn't care. I just wanted free entry is really the motivation, like a reason to be where I already was. A theme that has continued through my entire life, like a paying reason to be where I already am. And they hired me on the spot. And then a great guy named Dale Hanks was a track announcer there also. And he kind of mentored me and tutored me, while also I got to go make many, many hits on the track, especially those nights when it would rain or look like rain, but not actually rain out. And there would be like 10 people at the track, and I would make, 30 runs in a street, and got real familiar with that tree. And that's how I was able to go on and win, high school track championships and super pro track championships and multiple tracks, et cetera, and so on. How did we get into that? I just dropped it on you. Can you draw in more negative energy by being negative? Absolutely. Negative energy is a multiplier, no doubt. And you all have experienced that negative. That's why so many people hate the social media, because people use it as a toilet for their negative energy. They feel angry about something. They go blast it out on social media, and then they leave. I feel better. And they walk out, they put their shirt back on. And then the negative energy is out there on social for everybody else to enjoy. So terrible, so terrible. The good and the bad of social media. In Vegas, do you stay at the same place, or you dance around year after year? Are you don't change it unless you have to throw it in the air, see where it lands? I don't choose my Vegas hotel location. NHRA has got a great hotel location. At first, I wasn't into it, but now I'm very into it for reasons that, I don't want to say where it is, because it's such a great secret. It's such a great secret. No casino there, but walking distance to casinos. You get all the Vegas-like experience, and you're very close to everything that matters, except you don't have to go through all the BS of getting out of a casino. That's the problem with casinos. Hollywood Hills High School. No, Cooper, 30 years tomorrow. Worth getting a haircut for. What's that going to be like? Is everybody going to be fat? What are they going to do? What's it going to be like? We'll find out. Cocktails at 6:00. I've noticed with the LED staging lights, pulse on close-up shots, but steady on long shots. Camera frequency. Reinhardt has to answer that question to 5,000 people every single week, because he sits in there from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. answering questions every Sunday morning. And that question, he's down to a copy and paste now. Like, what is it? And it's the frequencies of LEDs, and they're working on it. And some of the cameras that are like super high dollar cameras, they can handle it. And the cameras that are less high dollar, because they're all high dollar, they can handle it less well. And so that's the deal with that. Blake, what's up, Blake? My buddy Blake out there. Hopefully we see Blake at another race. Going Saturday, awesome event. To Vegas? I would hope so. Vegas, baby. Everybody needs to go to Vegas. I got a text message from a friend yesterday, a former racer at Miami Hollywood. He's like, hey, man, are they letting full capacity in at Vegas? And I'm like, that is my understanding. And he's booking tickets. I mean, that was the impression that I got. He's getting ready to go. 2 races to go. Think of these championship battles. Come on now. Jonesville, South Carolina. Tom, excellent racer / crew chief. My kid has been talking nothing but California Hot Rod Reunion all week. That's good and interesting. Hopefully he puts this to good use. Do they put up the monument where the track was? Did they put up the monument where the track was? No. COVID. It's supposedly on the in process. They're going to put a historic marker where Miami Hollywood Speedway was. And when they do, the tree will be worth double whatever it is now, because it'll probably be in the photographs. And if you search Miami Hollywood Speedway, you can see photographs when it was a 5-bulb Krondeck tree. Let's see. I'm not fake. I said hi to you by the tower at Bristol. I worked the event with the marketing. I didn't say you were fake. I didn't think you're fake. I think you're very real. But, knowing who is whom based on now and here is different. Vegas it is. Look at Travis listening to me. Doesn't it just make sense, Travis? Doesn't it just make sense? Like, get that thing, man. Get the paperwork in. Get it done. Why procrastinate? And maybe I could be there to see it. Maybe I could be there to see it since we're going to all be staying over for SEMA. Ooh, selfish reasons too. Those are the best. Did Shoemake get his license? No, he did not. The thing is in process. You got to make 4 runs? And he made a couple. I don't know. Travis, how many did you make? Hey, Joe. I think just sitting in a seat for a fuel car warm-up would be enough for me. But that would just give me the big to take it further. Yeah. Warming up a fuel car. Nikki from social media got to warm up a Pro Stock car at the Stampede of Speed. Warming up a fuel car would be crazy. A wonderful experience. I don't know. I think I would be afraid I was going to mess something up. I don't want to break anybody's stuff because as someone who scraped together pennies to put together a race car knows like when they're broke, and I wouldn't want to be the guy who broke someone's car. So it makes me nervous. But when Hartford let me fire up the Pro Stocker and that video is out there on social, it was a great thrill. And it definitely made me want to do a burnout. Like, oh man, I could do a burnout in this. Sure. I could do it. No doubt. Maybe. Scott says, looking forward to your discussion with Alexis, break time with Bandero. I wish I could get some of that stuff. To taste the legacy. Alexis is a champ. Great funny car pilot. Look at Scott calling her a funny car pilot. That's exactly right. The great debate. Yeah, we'll have her at 4:00. She'll be on. I'm just kind of messing around with the audience and getting ready to roll out of here. It's been 30 minutes just killing time with the audience. Everyone is expected to be back. Bigger audience, better audience, everybody there with Alexis, like celebration, like when she came on the plane holding the Wally and everybody was like, yeah, Alexis, way to go. Joe versus Pro. Been speaking with Flying Ryan about that. Speaking of Flying Ryan Ayler, now that we've got this great photograph, it can't possibly go to waste, right? When we had Angel on yesterday, and if you didn't hear the Angel interview, some of you guys out there, Pro Stock motorcycle, I don't want to listen to that. I think you should. All the Winston stories, they were so great. But yes, Flying Ryan and I are working on Pro versus Joe or Joe versus Pro. But he wants to do it on December 29th between Christmas and New Year's, which maybe I can drive over to Tampa and do that thing and do WFO between Christmas and New Year's. Maybe, but I don't know. Not optimal. Larry's got an OCIR jacket. Send it, Larry. Just send it over. You should just send it. Eric Francis, I noticed the LED staging lights flicker on TV on close shots, but from far shots, they don't. See my answer moments ago about the cameras and frequencies and stuff. Just call Elite and buy one of those Tanner Gray engines that they purchased and have sitting around. Why not? Oh, they don't have those engines. They don't have those engines. Those engines are apparently at Titan. Maybe I shouldn't even be talking about this stuff, but I'm under the impression, I guess it's out, that Camry Caruso will ultimately have access to those engines. Or some engines that were former Tamara Gray engines. Maybe there's multiple. I don't know. But the rumors of the former Tanner Gray engines being out there. And the rumors are that Titan Racing engines have some. And guess who's going to do Camry Caruso's power? Yeah, buddy. That's going to be very interesting. 2 ladies racing in Pro Stock. Oh, yeah. Hey, Joe, what's the status of Pro versus Joe race? Everybody wants to know the same stuff. Fake Famous was nuts. No, it's disappointing and sad is what it is, Derek. Disappointing and sad that the whole social media thing has been hijacked by, I get it every day. Our Instagram is okay. My personal Instagram is better. But the WFO Instagram, it's getting better, right? And we've been at 1,500 or something for a long time. We don't really grow that much because it's just stuff about the show. And I guess I need to do a better job. Sure. But I'm doing a lot of jobs. But every day someone sends me a message. For $150, I could have 20,000 followers on Instagram. $150. And then, my number would be way up there and people would be like, oh my gosh, I got to watch WFO because there's 20,000 people that like it and it must be good. And I hate that. And if you watch the doc Fake Famous, you'll see that they took a bunch of just schleppers, right? Regular people. And they were going to create fame for them by buying followers and buying likes. And one of the people, it worked great. One of the people, it didn't work great. And one of the people tapped out and said, that's not how I roll. If one person likes me genuinely versus 100 that are fake, I'd rather have the one person who likes me genuinely. And the people who are on there are genuine. And that's why I like the Patreon so much. This isn't for everybody. WFO Joe is not for everybody. We're not vanilla ice cream. Something else. But it was nuts. Everybody should watch. All energy is multiplied. Energy is not created or destroyed, only transferred. Garbage in, garbage out. Absolutely, Troy. Totally agree with that. And that's why when someone comes into your life and they're like toxic, get the heck out. You don't have to unfriend them. You can try to help them. But in that moment, it's very obvious to see. And sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's me. Hot Rod Reunion. Yes. It's the frame rate on the camera. That's all. Exactly. Eddie, going to Pomona next month. First time there. Any advice? Yes. Wow. Friday night qualifying, get up there in the grandstands, bring a jacket. Definitely have a jacket. Prepare for it to be colder than you think it's going to be, and enjoy and get there and enjoy the whole thing. Definitely hit an In-N-Out burger. The taco stand around the corner is pretty cool, but it's just the birthplace of drag racing. Take in the Wally Parks Museum if you can get in there. Plan for it. Plan a little extra time. But the Friday night session to me is like awesome. And when I was WFO only, I could go up in the stands with our listeners and just have a beer and sit there and like socialize and talk and, right down around 1,000 foot. Like, to me, that's perfect. The sky, the sunset, it's just beautiful. It's an amazing thing. If you like drag racing and beautiful sunsets in California and no humidity, you're going to love it, Eddie. Travis made 2 half-track passes, 2 full passes, took out my first cone on pass 3, pass 4, 400 with a 9 at 319. Just need one more pass. No cones, please. Love it. Look at that. The dramatic final pass for Travis. Way to go, Travis. And everybody calls them cones just for fun because they're blocks. But I'm going to go with it. Like, all right. Way to go, Travis. Like Dwayne and you're Firebird. LOL. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, you remember that? But didn't that work out great? Dwayne McDaniel, who is our friend, taught me how to bracket race, drove our family car at the 5-day bracket race and got down to 3 cars and lost to Steve Cohen. Right? This is in 1991. And I was not like driving fast cars at the time. I was just cheering him on. There's a video somewhere. But then on Tuesday, running his arch rival, the stock rods gave up, blowed up. And it was massive explosion. And so since Dwayne and his dad Ernie had a chassis and engine shop, that's how we were able to, in a slightly more affordable way, put together the race car that we have now. So everything happens for a reason. And I never got down to 3 cars at the 5-day. I got down to 5 cars at the 5-day or 8, the round of 8 cars, however many they were. And I got busted there. But I did finish 11th overall in the points. 5-day coming up, by the way. 5-day coming up. On that week, 5-day bracket race week, I'm really considering going to the track and doing whatever I can do from there. The only problem with PBIR is they have the worst internet access on the planet. The worst. And so I don't know if I could live stream from there. Probably not. But I could help my friend Corey. Any speculation on what's wrong with your Pontiac motor? Yeah, it's old. Nothing wrong, really. It's just old and leaky and needs new seals and all of that. Not blown up at all. Oh my gosh, someone sold out and sent you the chip pick. It was Ryan who sent the chip pick as requested by Angel. So we cleared it with everybody. We cleared it with everybody involved. Angel, is everybody cool with this? Yes. If Ryan sends the pick, is it okay? Yes. Send the pick. And she was watching when we put the pick up there, and everybody needs to know, Facebook user, you might as well tell them how legendary and underground that chip pick is. The chip pick is the essence of the underground of the NHRA, which is why you're watching WFO. You get it here. Tampa is beautiful that time of year. Way better than Pembroke Pines, says Dale. Noted. Great weekend of winners. So great to see Alexis, Mike, and Angel finally win. Yes, absolutely. Mike was traveling. He's a very busy guy. So I reached out to him. He was traveling all day yesterday, all day today. He said he was going to get back with me. He didn't get back with me. He would have been a perfect fill-in for this time slot. Didn't work out. Fake Famous was eye-opening. Yes, it's terrible. Everybody should watch it. Everybody should watch it. At least get the gist. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Hey, Joe, been working a lot. I was in Sweden and then Spain and then last week, currently in Germany and on the way to Poland. You should go see our friend from Poland over there in Warsaw. Drop off some WFO stickers. We've got listeners in Poland now because of this. Been catching up on Apple Podcasts, where everyone should really be subscribed. That and YouTube. Will you visit the pink wall while in LA? No, although I did think of it. Some stupid pink wall, people. Everybody around the world is going to this dumb pink wall. There's all kinds of great stuff in LA. You can go. You can go to Pink's Hot Dogs. No, they're going to the pink wall to get a selfie. Why? Because people are dumb. See you at 4, Joey. Joey Rocket, thank you. Trying to get to the end of these comments. I wonder what picks will surface after Joe versus Pro. Exactly. That is the thing. Who is the local Pontiac guru? Charlie Kababi. Everybody knows that Charlie Kababi is the Pontiac guru. Warpath Performance. Well, my guy got about issues, though. You know, you don't spend time with Lake Speed Jr. and not think about machine work and the latest, greatest technologies and all of that stuff. And so I'm trying to, figure out like how this is going to go. But Charlie is a great friend and has offered at very least his advice. And so we're going to start there and see where it goes. But I don't know. Exactly. It's Pontiac. There's different things about Pontiacs. Pontiacs are different. They're just different. All right, guys, at the start of the show, I told you about the new merch store. If you want a WFO coffee mug, if you want a WFO sweatshirt, like they got all kinds of products and our logo is just on them. And what we're going to be doing, hopefully, is making some of the older designs available, ones that are now out and don't exist anymore. Hopefully we'll be doing that. And, stuff that we're not doing through Nitrofish or that we'll put them on this merch store so that they live forever. And if you just want a WFO logo, like if you're down there in Australia, from what I think, they're locally printed. So international shipping is no longer a thing. And they're running a sale right now. Would be cool if Total Seal could sponsor the Pontiac Engine Build, show off their stuff. Way to go, Derek. You're a very smart man. Thank you very much. See you in a couple hours. What we're going to do is we're going to try to reach out to some people to participate in the Pontiac build, people who understand the show, who want to be a part of it, who want to see me go racing, and understand that what the deal is. Don't forget, Rookie of the Year, Josh Hart versus Dallas Glenn. Clash of the Titans. Should all be thinking about it. All right, Alexis, 4 o'clock Eastern time. Who's going to join me? Who's going to be back? What are we going to do? This is not going to be in the podcast feed, guys. Sorry. Just Alexis at 4. See you then. WFO.